to the second channel, man, and the beat from the intro is provided by Poly 2 times. There's a link in the description below that's going to take you to downloadpads.com. From there, you can find this particular beat tape because I'm live streaming it, and get the contact information via Twitter. And if you holler at me to get some beats, tell them I sent you. But anyway, on to today's reply. And today's reply is to that Joey Bada's perception versus reality, in which this was a very interesting concept that definitely needed to be spoken on, you dig? Pretty much what he's talking about is the perception of the black man in the eyes of the white law and all of that shit. Is we automatically fucking criminals and they need to come to us because we know everything that's going on, when the reality of that is completely fucking wrong. He also talks about the perception of the hood, how it's so jungle-like and it's the survival of the fittest with the biggest animals and all of that bullshit, when it's nothing fucking like that. I like that aspect, man, but not the overall track, because it's again some 90s stuff, because that's Joey Bada, who he is right now and such, and it's not like a high quality 90s track. And one thing that really bothered me too is how they did the entire second verse. Like, first they completely edited it the fuck out, and then they faded out a good portion of it going into the damn hook. I'm like, if you're gonna do that to the second verse, you might as well just scrap the verse all the way together. If he says something or messed up the verse somewhere, you might as well have just let that shit go. I mean, I'd rather not have the verse at all if you're gonna do the verse that fucking dirty, you dig? Still, it's a decent track, man, and I'd recommend people to go ahead and peep it on out. But nothing much more than 1 or 2 damn listens off of this. But anyway, on to Ask, Download, Pass. And Chance says that he likes Lil Wayne's verse that he had on that Young Money cypher and such, because he went off the top of his head and he impressed him with it. And you know, I don't do that, dude. I don't give extra points for you coming unprepared for some shit. Really, when it comes to ciphers and freestyles, man, the only thing that matters to me is if it's fucking dope. I don't care if you're going off the top of the head or not. As long as it's fucking right, I'm cool with it. And I don't believe that joint was right. And Trilla True says how people aren't really accepting what Dame Dash is saying because he's so arrogant with it. And he's shitting on the working class people, and not everybody can come up and be in the game like he is, because he obviously was dealing drugs and shit in order to get the money up, in which how the hell you gonna get your money up to do something on your own if you ain't got a job? Now, some real talk, you can't discredit this man's truth because of the arrogance that he has, because that ain't nothing new. That's like being mad at the cobra for having venom in his fucking fangs. I mean, we all knew that Dame Dash was arrogant going way back to damn Rockefeller days, man. This ain't nothing new. But you really can't discount the truth that he's spitting here because of that arrogance. I mean, he spoke on a lot of key shit, and sure, when you keeping it 100 with motherfuckers, it's gonna rub people the wrong way. But you can't discredit the knowledge that he was kicking. And yes, he dealt fucking drugs in order for him to get the money to distribute his shit. Pretty much what he said though, man, that has nothing to do with what's going on now, because all of the shit that he hustled up his money to do, you can do that shit right now for the fucking low. So therefore, the whole dealing drug thing in order to get his money up, that has no relevance on what the fuck is going on now. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.